Let me say a word to you right now, and I want you to notice how immediately and how deeply it lands. Frumpy. That word. That one single word is something no woman ever wants associated with how she looks. And yet it is a word that quietly creeps into the lives of so many women after 50 without them ever inviting it in. Without them ever making a single conscious decision that said, yes, I would like to start looking frumpy now. It simply happens. Gradually. Subtly. And usually through 5 very specific things that are so common, and so normalized among women over 50 that most people have simply stopped questioning them. Here is what makes this conversation so important and so different from everything else you might have seen on this topic. Frumpy is not a body type. It is not an age. It is not something that happens to you because of the number of birthdays you have had. Frumpy is an outcome. A result. And like any result, it has specific causes. And those causes can be identified, understood, and fixed without spending a fortune or changing anything fundamental about who you are. Today we are going through all 5 of them. One by one. With complete honesty and with a very clear and very affordable fix for each one. And I need you to stay with me all the way to number 5 because that one is the most surprising item on this entire list. It is something that most women over 50 genuinely believe makes them look more put together. But it is actually doing the exact opposite every single time. And once you understand why, you are going to see it everywhere. Do not go anywhere. This is the conversation you did not know you needed. Welcome back to Elegance at Any Age, the channel that shows up every single week to remind you that looking incredible after 50 and 60 is not only completely possible but is actually within much easier reach than most women have been led to believe. If you are joining us for the very first time today, we are so glad you are here. This channel exists for one specific woman. The woman over 50 who knows she deserves to feel beautiful, who wants practical honest advice, and who refuses to accept that her most stylish days are somehow behind her. To our wonderful returning community, welcome back. You already know that what we do here is real, practical, and always completely on your side. Before we get into our 5 things, do me one quick favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell right beside it so you never miss a single video. We post fresh content every week and every video is made with you specifically in mind. And if today's content speaks to you, if it gives you even one moment of clarity about your wardrobe and your style, please hit the like button before you leave. It is the simplest and most meaningful way to support this channel, and to help us reach more women who need to hear exactly what we are about to talk about. Alright. 5 things that are making you look frumpy after 50. And 5 fixes that will change that immediately. Let us get into it. Before we get into the 5 things, I want to share something that is going to reframe this entire conversation in a way that makes everything that follows much easier to understand and much easier to act on. When we talk about looking frumpy, we are really talking about one underlying problem. A disconnection between intention and appearance. Frumpy happens when an outfit sends no clear message about who the woman wearing it is. When there is no focal point. No considered element. No sense that anyone made a deliberate choice about any of it. The outfit simply exists on the body without doing anything for the woman inside it. And that disconnection almost always comes from the same 5 places. The same 5 habits and choices that quietly accumulate over time until one day you look in the mirror and do not quite recognize the woman looking back at you. The beautiful thing is that reconnecting intention with appearance does not require a new wardrobe. It does not require expensive shopping trips or drastic changes. It requires understanding what is creating the disconnect and making a few small deliberate shifts that immediately change everything about how you read in a room. That is exactly what we are doing today. So let us start with number 1. Number 1, hemlines that hit at the wrong place on the leg. This is one of the most powerful and most overlooked contributors to a frumpy appearance after 50, and it is entirely fixable with nothing more than a trip to a tailor, or a more careful eye when shopping. Here is the principle you need to understand. Every leg has specific points where it is at its narrowest and most elegant. The ankle, just below the knee, and the mid-thigh. These are the points where a hemline creates the most flattering visual impression because they show the leg at its best proportions. And every leg also has specific points where it is at its widest and least flattering. The calf at its fullest point, the knee itself, and the upper thigh. When a hemline lands at any of these wider points, it does something very specific and very unflattering. It cuts the leg horizontally at its widest visible point, and the eye reads that width as the width of the entire leg. The result is a leg that looks shorter, wider, and heavier than it actually is. For women over 50, the hemlines that most consistently create this problem are skirts and dresses that fall to the widest point of the calf, sitting roughly mid-calf in a way that was not intentionally chosen but simply happened because that is where the hem of that particular garment falls on that particular body. The fix is precise and immediate. Aim for hemlines that fall either just below the knee, which shows the narrowest part of the lower leg, at the ankle, which creates a long elegant line, or at a true midi length which sits between the knee and the ankle at a point that is modern and flattering. A tailor can adjust a hem for very little money, and the visual difference is often extraordinary. Never underestimate how much a hemline is doing to your overall silhouette. It is either working for you or it is working against you. There is very little middle ground. Number 2, carrying a bag that is too large for the occasion. This one surprises people every single time, and I completely understand why. The oversized bag feels practical. It feels organized. It feels like the sensible choice for a woman who has places to be and things to carry. And on a purely functional level, it absolutely is. But here is what a very large bag does to the overall visual impression of an outfit, and why it consistently contributes to a frumpy appearance after 50. A bag that is very large, particularly one that is shapeless, heavily stuffed, or worn on the shoulder in a way that pulls and distorts the shoulder line, does two damaging things at once. First, it adds visual bulk to the side of the body where it hangs. The eye sees the mass of the bag and registers it as part of the overall silhouette, which makes the entire figure look wider and heavier than it is. Second, it creates a sense of disorder even when the woman wearing it is perfectly groomed and well dressed in every other respect. A bag that looks like it is struggling to contain everything inside it communicates a lack of control over the overall picture that reads instantly and unmistakably as frumpy. The fix is not to abandon practicality. It is to separate your everyday carry needs from your style choices. A structured medium-sized bag in a rich color, or a clean neutral that holds everything you need without being visibly overstuffed, is one of the most elegant and immediately style-elevating accessories a woman over 50 can own. It does not have to be expensive. Structure and proportion matter far more than price tag. A well-chosen bag at any budget makes an entire outfit look more considered and more polished immediately. Number 3, wearing clothes in fabrics that have lost their shape. Every fabric has a lifespan. And the moment a fabric passes that lifespan, the moment it begins to pill, to sag, to lose its original structure and drape, it begins to actively work against whoever is wearing it. And this is one of the most common and most quietly damaging contributors to a frumpy appearance after 50 because it is so gradual that most women simply do not notice it happening. Here is what worn-out fabric does to an outfit. A pilled knit top immediately looks cheap and tired regardless of how good its original quality was. A cotton t-shirt that has been washed so many times that it has lost its shape and begun to droop at the neckline or hang unevenly at the hem creates a silhouette that looks deflated and shapeless. A trouser fabric that has gone shiny at the seat from where makes even the most elegant cut look worn out and dated. And the critical thing about all of these fabric issues is that they are invisible to the woman wearing the garment every day because she has seen it so gradually change that she has adjusted to each small deterioration without registering its cumulative effect. But they are immediately and very clearly visible to anyone seeing the outfit fresh. The fix requires one honest wardrobe audit. Go through your most worn pieces and look at them the way a stranger would. Is the fabric still holding its original shape and drape? Is there any pilling, any sheen from wear, any sagging or stretching that was not there when it was new? If yes, that garment needs to be retired regardless of how comfortable or familiar it feels. Replacing worn-out basics with fresh versions of the same pieces is one of the fastest and most affordable style upgrades available to any woman over 50. We are right in the middle of our 5 things, and I want to stop here for just a moment because something tells me that at least one of the first 3 is already sitting very close to home for some of you watching right now. And if it is, I want you to know something important. Noticing is the first step. And the fact that you are here, watching this, paying attention, taking this seriously, means you are already more than halfway to fixing it. That matters more than you know. If this video is speaking to you, if it is giving you those honest lightbulb moments that actually lead to change, please hit the like button right now. It helps this video reach more women who are ready for this conversation. And drop a comment below telling me which of the first 3 resonated most with you. I read every single comment, and I genuinely love hearing from the women in this community. Now let us keep going. We still have 2 more to cover, and number 5 is the one I promised would surprise you. Stay with me. Number 4, ignoring the power of proportion in every outfit. Proportion is the single most important principle in all of fashion, and it is the one that is most consistently misunderstood or simply never taught to women over 50. And when proportion goes wrong in an outfit, the result is almost always that specific visual heaviness and shapelessness that we recognize immediately as frumpy. Here is what proportion means in practical terms. Every outfit is a conversation between the top half and the bottom half of the body. And for that conversation to create a flattering and elegant result, the 2 halves need to balance each other in a very specific way. When one half is voluminous or relaxed, the other should be more fitted or streamlined. When one half is long, the other should be shorter. When one half is detailed or printed, the other should be simpler and quieter. The frumpy outcome happens when both halves of an outfit are doing the same thing at the same time. Both loose and oversized. Both long and voluminous. Both printed and busy. When there is no contrast between the top and the bottom, no visual balance, no point of difference, the outfit collapses into a single formless mass that has no shape, no focal point, and no elegance. The fix is a simple question you ask yourself every single morning before you leave the house. Is one half of this outfit balancing the other? If your top is loose and relaxed, are your trousers or skirt more fitted and streamlined? If your skirt is full and flowing, is your top more contained and simple? If your outfit is all one length, is there at least a color or texture contrast creating visual interest? One question. Every morning. And your outfits will immediately begin to look more intentional, more polished, and more genuinely elegant than they ever have before. Number 5. Wearing foundation or makeup that is the wrong undertone for your skin. Here it is. The one I promised would surprise you. Because this is a style and fashion channel, and the last thing most people expect us to talk about is foundation. But I am going to explain exactly why this belongs on this list, and why it might be the single most impactful fix of everything we have covered today. Your makeup, specifically your foundation and your overall makeup tone, is part of your outfit whether you think of it that way or not. It is the first thing the eye reaches when it looks at your face, and it either makes your skin look luminous, healthy, and alive, or it creates a flat dull mask that sits on top of your features rather than enhancing them. After 50, the skin changes in very specific ways. Undertones shift. The warm pinkish tones that defined many women's complexions in their 30s and 40s often give way to more neutral or slightly cool tones. And a foundation that was a perfect match at 40 can look ashy, flat, or strangely orange against skin that has changed since it was chosen. When foundation is the wrong undertone for your current skin, it does something that no amount of beautiful clothing can overcome. It makes the entire face look tired, dull, and older than it actually is. It creates a visual heaviness around the features that reads immediately and unmistakably as aged and frumpy regardless of how beautifully dressed the rest of the woman is. The fix is a foundation review. Not necessarily a new brand or an expensive product. Simply a fresh assessment of whether the foundation you are currently wearing is genuinely matching and enhancing your skin as it is right now today. Many department store beauty counters will match your foundation for free. Many drugstore brands now have extensive undertone ranges at very accessible price points. The investment of time in getting this right pays dividends in how every outfit you wear looks, because your face is the center of every look you put together, and it deserves to be at its most luminous every single day. So let us bring all 5 together before we close out today. Number 1 is hemlines that hit at the wrong place on the leg. Fix them by choosing lengths that fall at the narrowest points of the leg, and invest in a tailor to get them exactly right. Number 2 is carrying a bag that is too large and too overstuffed for the occasion. Fix it by choosing a structured medium-sized bag in a rich color or clean neutral that holds what you need without being visibly overwhelmed. Number 3 is wearing clothes in fabrics that have lost their shape. Fix it by doing an honest wardrobe audit and retiring any piece where the fabric is no longer holding its original structure and drape. Number 4 is ignoring proportion in every outfit. Fix it by asking one simple question every morning. Is one half of this outfit balancing the other? Contrast between top and bottom is what creates elegance. Sameness is what creates frumpy. And number 5 is wearing foundation or makeup in the wrong undertone for your current skin. Fix it by reviewing your foundation match today, because your face is the center of every outfit you wear, and it deserves to be as luminous and alive as the woman behind it. 5 things. 5 fixes. None of them expensive. None of them complicated. All of them immediately and genuinely transformative. Before you go, I want to say one final thing, and I mean every word of it. You are not frumpy. You have simply been wearing a few things that are creating that impression without your knowledge or your permission. And now you know what they are. And knowing is everything. Which of these 5 are you going to address first? Drop it in the comments below, because I genuinely want to know, and because your answer will help every other woman in this community who is reading through the comments looking for exactly the same reassurance and inspiration that you are. If you are new here and you stayed all the way to the end, please hit that subscribe button right now. There is an entire library of content on this channel made for the woman you are today. And if today gave you something real, something honest and useful that you can take straight to your wardrobe and your mirror, please give this video a like before you leave. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Until next time, remember this. Frumpy was never who you were. It was just what happened when nobody told you the truth. Now you know the truth. Go show the world what you do with it. See you in the next one.